Capgemini is hiring 2025 batch for software engineering position through Capgemini Exceller program. So in this video, I'll be telling you all about the registration date, eligibility criteria, application process, rounds, onboarding, and roles offered. So I'm Dee and welcome to Decode's YouTube channel. So the purpose of this channel is to be useful for others who are all preparing for their interviews. So I've been uploading previous year questions of various companies, group discussion rounds, communication round, technical interview experience, HR interview experience, hiring update, internship update, and also Java shorts, Python shorts. So my team is working on Java and Python as well. So it will be really useful for you. We've also been uploading coding questions and everything, pseudocodes of various service-based companies and product-based companies too. So please do subscribe for me. This will be really useful for you. And if you don't want to miss any updates in tech world, then this is the page for you. This is the account for you. And share it with your friends and ask them to subscribe too. Okay, now let's get into this video. So first of all, the registration date. So the last date for registration is actually 5th September 2024. Today is 3rd. So please do go and apply for it right now in the Superset platform. So I'll be linking up the link in the description box below, so you can click on it and you can apply if you have not applied already. Okay, last date is September 5, 2024. So only if your college is registered with this company in Superset, then your college will be eligible for this particular hiring. If not, you'll not be eligible. So if this particular hiring doesn't show for you, or it says that you're not eligible, then you can't apply. Okay, let's get into the eligibility criteria. So this is especially for batch 2025. So BTech, MTech students, MCA people can apply. So BE, BTech, ME, MTech, MCA, you people can apply. And then the branch or eligibility is actually all branches can apply with no active backlog. Okay, so you should not have any standing arrears, present arrears, past arrears, nothing. Okay, so you should not have that. And then date of campus, so you can expect to have this on 3rd week of September. So tentatively on September 17, Tuesday. Okay, so it's tentative, so it's likely to happen on that day. And the package offered is pretty good, a wide range of package starting from 4.25 LPA till 7.5 LPA and also 5.75 LPA. Okay, now let's get into the application process. So you will have to apply through online in Superset portal, Superset. Okay, so you'll need to submit your application through Superset online portal. You'll need to upload resume, cover letter, and an initial questions will be asked. So you'll have to answer all of that, and then your application will be submitted. And then after your application submitted, what happens is that Capgemini uses AI-driven tools. It will screen the eligible candidates. Okay, so it will analyze the resumes, application materials to identify the most suitable candidate for this particular role. Okay, so AI-driven screening is going to happen just like other companies also. Now let's go into the assessment rounds. So you will have 4 different assessment rounds. Okay, the first assessment is actually technical MCQ, written English test, and cognitive assessment. Okay, so combined, all of these 3 sections combined, you'll be having written assessment 1. Followed by that, you will be having a coding assessment, that is assessment 2. And followed by that, you'll be having a spoken English assessment, that is assessment 3. And then finally, you'll be having technical interviews. So technical come HR interviews. Okay, so these are all the rounds. And let me explain the rounds one by one for you so that you can get a deeper understanding. So please do subscribe. So if this is useful for you, okay, and like this video too. And then let's talk about the assessment 1, which is Tech MCQ, written English test, and cognitive assessment. So in Tech MCQ, it's going to be MCQ questions. It consists of data structures, DSA, so basic DSA, fundamentals of database, cloud, networking, topics from these questions from these topics. Okay, so if you are from different departments, such as if you're not from CSE, if you're from non-CSID, then you can expect questions on your specific stream. Okay, and for that you'll have to contact your TPO and you can clarify the doubts with them. So what kind of questions they might be asking. Okay, and then the next part is actually written English test. In this test, you'll have to write an essay depending upon the topic. Okay, so this is the second section of the assessment 1, and the third section is actually a cognitive assessment. So a very different one. This is actually a game-based approach. So companies, service-based companies such as Cognizant, are using game-based approach to test your logical thinking, decision making, problem solving. So So this is actually going to be game based. So what happens is, so some kind of game it will be started playing. So before that, they'll be walking you through how you have to do. So there will be a tutorial section so that you can get familiar. You can attend the tutorial section how much ever you want. There will be hands-on game based activity, okay, and then followed by that, once you get thorough with that, you can go to the actual game. And it will be pretty easy to understand. The interface is actually easier to understand, so you don't have to worry about that. And then after you complete this, actually there is an additional module called as Adept Essentials. So this has actually been included. This is actually a behavioral insight module. So it will be designed to provide critical traits analysis. So this particular Adept Essentials will test your critical traits, okay, your behavior. So they'll get an insight on that, okay. And so far I've been talking about these three sections, right? So candidates assessment clearance. So so whether you are clearing this assessment one or not depends upon the scores of each module. Okay, so each round is mandatory and elimination round. So technical assessment section, written English section, plus cognitive assessment section, all of this combined, you'll have to pass the score criteria, and then only you will be eligible to attend the next round, which is coding assessment. So the assessment first round is an elimination round, okay. Let's go into the coding assessment. So this coding assessment is also an elimination round, mandatory to attend. So this is going to be question scenarios for coding. So you'll be having the options only in C, C++, Java languages, okay, only C, C++, and Java. So candidate can choose language of your choice from the above three: C, C++, Java, no Python, okay. So this coding, this is level 2 technical assessment. This is actually very mandatory. So if you are going to be selected for higher package roles, then you will have to attend this coding assessment and try to get higher marks, okay. So eligibility. So eligibility for higher package role depends upon, so you might be having some doubts, right? So there are three packages offered: 4.25, 5.75, and 7.5. For higher packages like these two, coding assessment is mandatory, and it basically depends upon the mark that you have scored in these four assessment rounds and also your academic performance, okay. If you have more than 80, 85, more than 80 percentage like that, then you will be given this particular higher packages, okay. So academic performance plus these assessments, so all of these combined, you'll have to have a high score, okay. So the four roles. So for this coding assessment, you might be having technical assessment based on your stream. So those details that will be shared with your placement office, and you will have to contact your placement office for that. So if you are from like ECE, EEE, MEC, civil, or like that streams, then you can contact your placement office because it will be shared with them. The company will share with them. I hope this assessment round was understandable for you. Let's move to the third and fourth: spoken English assessment and then technical interviews. The third assessment is actually spoken English. So it's going to be like a structured voice response round. Spoken English means you'll be having listen and speak rounds, read and speak rounds, grammar rounds, and everything. So that is what is under spoken English assessment. And then you'll have technical interviews. If you clear assessment 3, then you will be going to assessment 4, technical come HR interviews, okay. So these are all the assessment rounds that I've been talking about. Now let's move into some important point, that is, so it is very mandatory that you have a proper Aadhaar card, because Capgemini has a mandatory Aadhaar card verification as a part of their application process. So all of these verification checks will be completed should be completed by the applicants before you can apply for the job, okay. You also need to have an active DigiLocker account, so make sure you have an active DigiLocker account to submit your application, okay. Now let's move to the onboarding process. So if you get like selected in all of these rounds, and if you have a letter of intent, like an offer letter, then the onboarding process is going to be in 2 stages. So first one, it will be a virtual onboarding. So virtual onboarding is that you'll be given training. So training virtually online, okay. So this training may happen for variable number of duration, and then the online resources will be available for you for access, and you'll have to practice on that, and you'll be having various assessments and everything, okay. So first one is virtual onboarding, and then so mentorship and training. So Capgemini is known for its continuous learning and development. So new employee, so if you go to the company, you'll be paired with the mentors, and you'll be provided with opportunities for training, and you'll be helped by the mentors to grow in your careers. Okay, so this is how the onboarding process will be. The first will be virtual onboarding, and then mentorship and training. Okay, followed by that, the roles offered are basically Capgemini offers software engineer role. Okay, so for the position Capgemini Exceller. Okay, so this is the main role that is offered, software engineer role. So this is all about this video. So I've mentioned everything about it. If you've not applied, let me just go to the last day to apply is September 5, 2024. If you have not applied till now, please do apply right now after you complete watching this video. I'll put the link in the description box below. Remember that only if your college is like registered with this particular company, you'll be eligible to apply for it. If not, you will not be eligible. Okay, so this is all about this video. If this was very useful for you, please do subscribe to me and like this video. In case of any queries, please do comment. So thank you so much for watching. Till then, take care and bye bye.